in time, another time, our paths will cross again. Your path will become mine. Let me be the one you come to. In the end, the one you trust, and I will be your friend.
Last time on Strange Days at Blake Halsey High.
Guys, that's my mom.
The Josie Trent problem can no longer be ignored. It must be neutralized by any means necessary.
Lucas, I need you to show me everything you learned about the vortex so I can go back to October 4th, 1987, get the ball back, prevent the accident from happening, and everything goes back to the way it should be.
Josie, that's crazy. Cardinal rule. You don't change the smallest thing about the past, remember?
No matter what insanity gets thrown at us next, we face it together.
Sorry, guys. It's over, Victor. Once and for all. Blake Halsey. Condemned. What happened? Josie, you should have listened to us. Victor and Sarah were supposed to have that ball. Victor's the good guy. You were meant to bring it to him. It was your destiny. But now, Josie, what have you done?
Does anyone have anything new to report in our search for Josie?
My gravity sensor hasn't picked up anything since we met 2 days ago. Big surprise.
Well, Vaughn and I have been continuing our archives and record search online, and we still haven't found any historical evidence.
It's like Josie just vanished.
Okay, but she didn't. I mean, she has to be somewhere. We just have to find out where that somewhere is.
Well, that's brilliant, Lucas. I wish I would have thought of that.
Gentlemen, please.
This is a complete waste of time, Professor Z. We have spent hours examining the existence of Darwinian multiverses and analyzed Einstein's expanding universe, and we've gone over the string theory, tachyons, gluons. If we could just open up your office and start using the wormhole to
Lucas,
look for...
I know what you're about to say, and you know what my answer is. No, it's too risky.
He's never gonna let us near the wormhole.
And we're never gonna find Josie.
Attention, everyone. Professor Zachary, I have some important news on the upcoming commencement ceremony. I am pleased to announce that this year's valedictorian for the graduation class is Corinne Baxter.
This is outrageous.
I know. I was robbed.
Nice work, Corinne.
Hey, was it ever a doubt?
Hey, congratulations, Corinne. It's a well-deserved honor.
You know what this means, of course. You're going to have to write a speech for graduation.
Ah, Amanda, there you are. I need your assistance immediately.
Of course, Mr. Avenir. What is it?
We'll be making a very important announcement to the students and faculty before graduation.
What sort of announcement?
Well, as head of the school's board of governors, I've had to make a very difficult decision. After graduation, doors of Blake Halsey High will be closing forever.
You're shutting down Blake Halsey.
Why?
Well, I think that should be obvious. Since Josie Trent's disappearance last year, parents have been pulling students outright and left, including your fellow science club member, Marshall Wheeler. Enrollment has dropped over 60%. The school is in tremendous debt. Building is falling apart, and the cost to repair it are astronomical.
But, Mr. Avenir, there must be some other way.
Don't you think I've tried, Amanda? This pains me more than anyone. My great-great-grandfather founded this institution. When Victor Pearson resigned as head of the board, I was honored to assume the post. I've done everything I can to save it, but I'm afraid we have no choice. After graduation, the school will be closed, the property sold, and Lake Halsey High will be no more.
Mr. Avenir, won't you please reconsider?
Professor Z,
Yes, Stuart.
does this mean class is canceled?
You can go, Stuart.
I never liked this school anyway. Ever since he got here, we've been trying to figure out what Avenir's up to. And I guess this is it.
We have to open up your office again, Professor Z. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but, well, I agree with Vaughn.
Under no circumstances. The wormhole is too unstable.
But the wormhole is the only way we can find Josie.
It might be, if we knew where to look. Every other time someone has gone back in time, we have had some sort of clue as to where to find them.
Like when Lucas found that photograph of Josie when she was stuck back in 1879.
Exactly. However, this time, we have no idea. We have no clue as to where Josie went.
Yeah, but we have to do something.
I'm sorry, Lucas. But until we have a new paradigm for understanding that wormhole, my office is to be strictly off limits. I will not be responsible for another one of you disappearing. Like Josie.
Well, I guess we know who we have to thank for this latest happy turn of events. None other than Vaughn's delightful father, Victor Pearson.
Lucas, stop.
Why? Everything that has happened here is thanks to him, and you know it as well as I do.
That's not true, Lucas. And I think you owe Vaughn an apology.
No. No, he's right.
You happy, Lucas? For some reason, you think you feel worse about what happened to Josie than the rest of us. Well, you know what? You don't.
Vaughn, wait!
Wait up. Don't listen to Lucas, okay? He's just upset, and his way of dealing with it is by blaming someone else.
You only said what I was thinking anyways. My mom's been gone almost my whole life. And Josie disappeared, now the school's being shut down. Lucas is right. This is all my dad's fault.
Maybe you can go back to your dad. He could appeal to the board or buy the school, pay for the repairs, something.
My dad's broke, Corinne. He's spent every penny he has, driven Paradigm into bankruptcy. And those papers he was having me sign, they were so he could draw funds from my mother's half of the estate. My trust is the only thing that was safe because he couldn't get his hands on it. Corinne, my dad's lost everything, including his mind.
Insufficient data. Calculating input data. Critical function error.
Sorry, Z. I said not to, but I have to.
Looking for something?
Me? Oh, Professor Z's office. I mean, no, what would I be looking for him? Professor Cecil, of course not.
It depends on what you're hoping to find.
I'm afraid Josie's never coming back.
Josie's been gone a long time, but you never gave up hope until now. Why?
Because I'm leaving. We all are. And in case you haven't heard, they're tearing down the school.
Do you still want to find her?
Of course I do, but I don't think I can do it alone.
Well, if you give up hope, you never will. That much is certain. Those who think themselves powerless ultimately turn out to be right.
Avenir is preparing to act.
He is.
And still you do nothing.
We are bound not to interfere. That's something you seem to have forgotten.
How can you say that? The science club has been dismantled. Josie is isolated. Victor is in ruins. And Vaughn is turning against him. All Avenir needs now is for someone to bring him the ball. Am I right? Then at least tell me this. Is Josie Trent the only one who can stop Avenir?
Time will tell. Remember, everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
You can do this, buddy. You don't need Corinne or Vaughn or Marshall or Z. You've scoured the school for clues. You've explored every known theory on time travel. You sent Mr. Bunnybands down every wormhole that's open. So maybe the most far out theory could work. You theorize that power of thought can control travel through the wormhole. So I'm thinking, bring Josie back. Bring Josie back. Josie back. Hello?
Lucas, it's me.
Marshall!
Hey, did you hear the news? Yeah, I just picked up a message from Corinne. Yeah, any of my parents weren't the only ones who freaked and pulled their kid out, but I know things have gotten that bad.
It's beyond bad. I mean, we've officially hit rock bottom.
Corinne sounded pretty upset. Is she okay?
Corinne? Yeah, she's fine.
Did she ask about me?
Yeah, she asked about you, but she's got a lot on her mind lately.
You know, I never would have gotten through all this without you.
Same here. You're a good friend.
You too.
There's got to be something we can do. Maybe we can go to Avenir.
And then?
And talk to him, make him see reason. You know, save the wormhole, save the school, maybe even save Josie.
Let me do it. I got an idea.
Well, of course Corinne misses you, man. Why wouldn't she? I miss you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy, but I know she's been hanging out a lot with Vaughn. It's cool, like... It's just when we left things, I'm not sure.
Marshall, I gotta call you back, man.
Lucas, what's happening?
Dude, I gotta call you back.
Lucas...
See, I knew if I waited long enough, you'd show up eventually.
So, how long has it been?
For me, a night. But I mean, you've been gone a year. Where were you?
I know it was lonely. I can't remember that much.
Well, I mean, we have to go tell the others. They are going to be so happy.
No, Lucas, wait. No one can know that I'm here.
Why not?
It's difficult to explain. You just have to trust me when I tell you that I know more now than I did when I left. You were I was wrong about Victor. We're not supposed to stop him. We have to help him. I have to help him.
Okay, well, we tried already. Victor refused to see us.
He'll see me. But Avenir must not know that I'm here.
Wait, you know about Avenir?
I know some.
And did you know he's closing Blake Halsey?
There's much more at stake, but I don't have time to explain it all now. I have to see Victor.
Well, I'll go with you.
No. I need you to keep an eye on Avenir. We can't let him bring Vaughn to his side.
Well, Vaughn's not so crazy about his dad right now, but he likes Avenir even less.
Don't ask me how. I just know we can't let it happen. Trust me, Lucas, please.
I always have.
I'll meet you back here in 2 hours. If I'm not here, look for me at Victor's.
Like an exquisitely played chess match. All the moves have been carefully choreographed. The necessary pieces have been taken. Your opponent rendered to a strictly defensive posture, and checkmate is nigh at hand. Come in. Vaughn Pearson. Just the person I wanted to see. Come on, come in.
Mr. Avenir, sir, I can't let you shut this school down, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to stop it. I'll buy the property myself if I have to.
Really? I was under the impression that your father's fortune had been squandered.
Not all of it.
Oh, your trust, yes.
How much will it take?
Vaughn, let's dispense with all this nonsense about the school, shall we? I know why you're really here.
Really?
This is all about your parents, isn't it? Your woefully misguided father, poor lost mother Sarah. Am I right?
Hey, what do you know about my mother?
Well, a great deal, my boy. A great deal. I know all about your father's research into time travel, how it led to the accident that took away your dear mother. It pains me to be the one to tell you this, but your father is a very dangerous man, Vaughn.
How do you know all this?
That's why I came here. From the future. To stop your father's rendezvous with yet another disaster. But I can't do it alone, Vaughn. I need your help.
Hello, Victor.
Miss Trent.
How did I know you'd return at the depths of my darkest hour? Look around you, Miss Trent. I'm ruined. Have you come to gloat?
I've come to help you.
Help me? Miss Trent, ever since your arrival at Blake Halsey, you have been nothing but trouble.
What if I have the answer you've been searching for? I know more about you than you know about yourself, Victor.
Well, maybe you could enlighten me, because I don't seem to know very much right now.
You've been cast as the villain in a drama that's beyond your control. But you're not a villain. You're just a person desperate to accomplish a goal that's eluded you all these years.
What might that be?
To find your wife. To find Sarah Pearson and bring her home. Right now, I'm the only friend you've got.
But if that's true, friend, you can start by telling me what this is. It crashed earlier today nearby the mansion. I don't know what it is. but I think it's from Sarah.
I think you're right.
When I touched it, it began that countdown.
The device operates on biometrics.
Biometrics?
Recognizing fingerprints, retina scans, voice prints. This type will only operate if touched by the right individual. Maybe that's why I'm here. If I'm right.
Laser light.
Focused beam containing a holographic message.
Yes, one of the many applications for laser light, Miss Trent. What do the numbers mean?
It's a date. The day you disappeared.
Mr. Randall, don't we knock anymore?
Where did you find it?
Victor found it. Do you know what it does?
Of course, so do you. I mean, now that you're back, we can do this together. Come on, punch the numbers into the keypad. A pendant belonging to Vaughn's mother, Sarah, fits in that slot.
Sarah's pendant. The one I gave to Vaughn.
Exactly. Wait, did he never tell you about that?
No.
I guess he kept a lot more from you than I ever gave him credit for. Sorry.
So where's the pendant now?
Where's the pendant? That's a good question.
It's gone. It's really gone. Without the pendant, I mean, we'll never know what the message is unless you have another pendant.
Perhaps we should ask Miss Trent that question. Clearly this device was meant for you. You seem surprisingly uninformed about the situation, however.
I don't have the answers. It seems the only one who does is Josie Trent.
I think I speak for all or both of us when I say, huh?
I'm not Josie Trent. Not the one you know, anyway.
What do you mean you're not Josie Trent?
You're Josie's clone. The one that was created accidentally in freshman year.
The Trent girl has a clone.
It's a long story.
So bore me.
Not now. We need to figure out how to get the message off this device. Maybe Vaughn knows something.
No, we can't go to Vaughn. Remember how you were worried about Vaughn siding with you know who? Well, it's happening.
What?
I need to see someone.
The janitor?
The janitor?
He won't tell us anything. Not after what I've done. But there's someone else who might.
Of course.
The janitor?
Steady on, old girl. Almost there.
Soon, Andreas. Finally. It is so very soon. 3, 2, 1. Ah, Vaughn.
I've been thinking about your offer. But I have a few questions first.
Such as?
Where is she? Where is my mother?
The accident at Paradigm flung your mother into a far distant future. She's in another timeline, another reality. The time-space equivalent of being stranded on a remote desert island.
So how do we get there?
The ball, my boy. The ball. A power source of limitless conserved momentum captured in a point in space small enough to grasp. Now, you and your friends have traveled into the past through the wormhole your father unfortunately opened with it. No one has traveled into the future. That requires a technology that has yet to be perfected.
I mean, my father's device. One he hasn't finished yet.
In his hands, it will only cause more pain and destruction. But in our hands, we can use it, Vaughn, to safely travel into the future and find your mother.
Okay. I'll get the ball for you on one condition. We find Josie, too.
Josie Trent?
If not, there's no deal.
Agreed.
Hey,
How's that speech coming along?
ask me after I'm done writing it. So how'd it go with Avenir?
He wouldn't listen to me. But he told me he knows where my mother is.
Are you serious?
And he also said that he could help me find her and bring her back home if I do something for him in return. He wants the Qigong ball, and he wants me to get it for him.
Vaughn, you're not seriously considering this, are you?
What if I were?
The ball is your father's power source. Of course Avenir wants it for himself.
But Corinne, what if he's telling the truth? I've been waiting my entire life for this opportunity, and now I finally have it. The only way I can save my mother is if I betray my father.
Okay, Vaughn, you really need to consider this. The one thing you want in this whole world is to find your mom. And now he's promising to fulfill your dream. Doesn't that strike you as a bit convenient?
I know. It's the only chance I've got.
Lucas. Lucas.
Professor Z, I have been looking everywhere for you.
Lucas, did you or did you not enter this office despite my explicit instructions that it be strictly off limits?
Yeah, I did, but I can explain
No, Lucas, no. I really don't think you can. Josie?
Not quite.
We've met before. I'm Josie's clone. Remember?
Of course. But where?
Maybe you should sit down. There's a lot to explain.
Dad?
Is there a reason you're here, son?
I thought I would be able to replace her here. But there's information on that device that I can't get to without the pendant.
Yes, while you and the other Josie may be genetically identical, you don't share the same life experiences.
So that means the real Josie might know something about another pendant.
Or has some knowledge of the device which allows her to manipulate it in a way that you cannot.
Okay, so we need the real Josie. Do you know where she is?
This may be a difficult concept for you to grasp, but she's in an alternate timeline. An alternate universe, if you will.
Yes, of course. You see, since Josie has disappeared, I have been trying to construct a logical framework for a universe in which time travel is possible. I began by speculating about black holes and wormholes. Now, a black hole is an object so massive that it is able to swallow anything that comes close to it, even light. The intriguing feature of a wormhole is that there's a way out the other side. To whatever region of time or space the wormhole is connected to. Now, obviously, if the wormhole is connected to a time-space from the past, then the wormhole would become our time machine. And my theory further speculates that when someone travels to the past, they create a separate reality, a second version of themselves, living in a parallel world. Now, according to this model, the universe could, in fact, be split into an infinite number of copies of itself, in which every possible outcome of every decision ever made exists somewhere in an infinitely layered multiverse.
Good theory.
So basically you're saying every time we traveled through the wormhole, we created a separate universe.
It's one way of putting it, yes, Lucas.
And Josie's trapped in one of them.
Trapped?
What do you mean? I mean, if you know where she is, why don't you just go get her and bring her back?
Because she can't. Josie is the sole inhabitant of the universe she created, and she can't be removed without creating a paradox and causing, potentially, catastrophic damage to the space-time continuum.
That's why we couldn't find Josie. Each time someone has gone back and changed the past, we have been in the same timeline, so we've been able to see the results of that disruption in the present. But this time, it seems Josie has left the timeline altogether.
Wait, so is there any way to get Josie back without creating a paradox?
I don't see how that would be possible. However, even though you and the other Josie don't share the necessary life experience for you to replace her here,
I could replace her there.
This would work.
Wait, you're not saying that...
I could travel to the timeline where Josie is. Because I'm her genetic duplicate, I may be able to take her place there and send Josie back here.
But that means you'll be...
trapped. Just like she is.
Actually, I was coming to ask whether or not you were going to my graduation. And I saw this.
Don't tell me. You want to know what it is? I think you already know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You and your friends found a device like this over 1.5 years ago. That's why you wanted the pendant your mother left for you. You know it's true, so don't bother lying.
You have the nerve to talk to me about lying? After all the stuff you kept hidden from me my entire life.
Vaughn, I had my reasons.
Such as?
A promise I made to your mother a long time ago.
Wait a minute, you're telling me Mom told you to lie to me?
No. Protect you.
I don't believe you. You know what? This was a mistake coming here, Dad.
Do you know what this device does?
Do you?
Vaughn, I know that my actions, although well-intended, have caused you pain, and I am truly sorry about that. But I had hoped we could get past it. That we could make a fresh start. That you could forgive me.
No, Dad. I can't.
What you're doing?
I do.
You'll have to remain in that timeline. There's no going back.
Thank you.
I wish there was some other way. Good luck.
I mean, but there has to be some other way. I mean, something we haven't thought of. I mean, you don't have to do this.
I do. Josie Trent has her destiny to fulfill. And so do I. Don't be afraid. Either I'm dreaming or I've completely lost my mind. Neither. You know who I am. Search your memory. You're my clone. Are you sure I'm not dreaming? Where did you come from? An alternate timeline. The one you left the night you traveled back in time and stole the ball from Victor and Sarah. I don't understand. Since you went back in time to steal the ball from Victor in the past, the present timeline you left still exists, unchanged. You mean I didn't destroy everything? I kept hoping what I did could be reversed somehow. I thought maybe the janitor would show up. I never expected you. Where have you been? Shortly after I was created, I was sent to the future. There, I was trained as an observer. Time traveler. In the future, the research begun by Victor Pearson develops into a technology that allows travel through time. Bad technology, if you ask me. In the wrong hands, yes. Whenever the technology is abused by those who wish to manipulate the past in order to shape the future for their own gain, an observer is sent into the past to ensure by indirect means that time runs its proper course. Janitor. The janitor is something else. Kind of an observer of observers from further along the timeline than anyone can imagine. Sarah Pearson is an observer. She was sent to ensure that Victor Pearson fulfilled his destiny as the guardian of a powerful source. Qigong ball. But Sarah fell in love. Vaughn was born. The situation became complicated. Understatement of the century. I wish Victor had never found the ball. I wish none of this had ever happened. Don't. I've seen the timeline where the ball doesn't exist. Trust me, it's worse. So Victor's supposed to have the ball. In Victor's hands, the power is used responsibly. But in the hands of a man named Andreas Avenir, the universe will suffer a terrible fate. That's what I did, isn't it? I interfered with Victor. This is what happens if Victor loses. But you still have a chance to help him. Did you find Sarah Pearson's pendant here? Yes. When I got here, I tried to explore, but there was just nothing. I mean, everything was gone. Just me and the school and this endless void. So I searched the entire school. I didn't know what I was looking for. Then I found it. Sarah Pearson. I recognized it right away. I just didn't know how it got here. Somehow it made me feel like there was hope. In this timeline, Victor never succeeded. The accident at Paradigm never happened. Sarah never got lost. But she must have realized that Avenir was at work and that something was very wrong with the timeline. So she left the pendant for me to find. Then what? How do I stop it? When you arrive, your path will become clear. Please, for once, will someone just come out and tell me what I'm supposed to do? I'm configuring this to send you back to your own timeline. What about you? I chose to come here because it's the only way to save the future. But isn't there's not. Everything happens for a reason, Josie.
I might be crazy, but it seems to me like you're trying to hide something. Why'd you do it, Corinne?
I'm scared of what this thing makes people do, and sick of us not being able to trust each other because of it. No one is going to suffer because of this ever again. Ever.
So, what are you going to do now?
I don't know, because I don't know who to trust anymore.
Trust me.
I can't.
Corinne!
I know how much you feel you have at stake in this.
Corinne, if Avenir is telling the truth, then this could be my only chance to ever get my mother back.
And what if he's lying?
Then I have to know. The only way I'm going to find out is if I give that ball to him. So please, Corinne, I have to do this.
Take it.
You won't regret this.
I really hope you find your mom. But whatever happens, do not forget who your friends are, okay?
I won't.
Anything.
Nothing.
Okay, what could be taking her so long?
Well, time may move at a very different rate in their timeline. They may be acting as quickly as they can.
Either that or something's gone wrong.
There you are, Lucas. Your parents are outside. Professor Zachary, other parents are arriving for the graduation ceremony. I need your help. Now, gentlemen.
Hello, Josie. I've been expecting you.
You must be Avenir. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but I have some place to be.
Apologies, but I do think it important that we have an opportunity to catch up. After all, it's been so very long.
Get out of my way.
Come now, Josie. Is that any way to speak to your father?
What did you say?
I am your father, Josie.
I don't believe you.
Denial, Josie? I was so hoping we could skip that this time around. Taking the ball from Sarah and Victor, it was a bold move. Oh, I was quite proud. Pity it turned out the way it did, but we mustn't let failure cloud our vision, am I right? Must dust ourselves off and try again and again and again until we get it right at last. After all, you and I have replayed this scene over and over and over from one timeline to the next and still haven't gotten it right.
gotten it right?
Due to your incredible capacity for denial, a trait most surely from your mother, you have thus far refused to acquiesce to my demands to join me in controlling the destiny of time itself. Please don't be cross with me, Josie. It was only because I believed you were lost that I was content to have Vaughn do what is needed in 2 hours. But now that you're here, it will be so much sweeter to assume the ultimate power in the universe with my daughter at my side. Then Vaughn, it must be.
You know me. In this life, will you be here for me?
Kelly Trent. I'm not here right now, so please leave a message.
Hi, Mom. It's me. I really need to talk to you. It's about my dad. Just call me back, please.
Josie.
Thanks.
Josie, is there any chance that Avenir may not be telling you the truth?
He said something about us having played this scene before. And when he did, I got this feeling. I don't know how, but I know he's telling the truth.
That's what your instincts are telling you.
Yeah, the same ones that are telling me I'm the one that's supposed to stop him. How can I face him again? I don't think I can do this.
I understand how you feel.
You can possibly understand how this feels.
I never told you about my father. Like you, I never knew him. And also like you, growing up, I was raised by my mother. When I got to be about your age, I decided that I would like to meet him. And so my mother told me where I might find him. And I did. I went and found him.
And what happened?
Well, physically, I could see myself in him. But when we got to talking, well, he wasn't the man that I had hoped he would be. And as desperately as I wanted to find him, he didn't want to be found.
I'm sorry.
Well, I went back to my mother, and I will never forget what she told me. She said, we have no control. We have no control over who our parents are. And even though we are a reflection of them, we have the power to change that image into whatever we want it to be. The only thing that decides our destiny is our own actions. Nothing else.
I'm really scared.
Well, I think that's normal. It's ironic that we have to go through the worst of times to bring out the best in ourselves. But if we didn't have fear, we wouldn't need courage. And if there is one thing I know, Josie, you are the most courageous person I have ever met in my entire life.
Lucas, Hey.
Hey,
So,
it's graduation day. Can you believe it?
we're supposed to be happy, right?
I keep thinking I'm gonna wake up and realize I'm in science class and Professor Z's talking about the chemical makeup of a gaseous atmosphere while Kubiak's just about to say something really moronic.
And the janitor's pretending to empty the trash outside.
And we're all there. You, me, and Vaughn, and Marshall, and Josie.
If only we can get the Marshall and Josie part right.
So, did I miss anything exciting?
Marshall, what are you doing here?
What, I'm gonna miss the science club graduating?
Hi.
Marshall, welcome back. Yes, sorry to interrupt, but there is someone in the science classroom who is very anxious to see you all.
Because I'm always close to you. You know I'll never be far from home.
The other Josie told me you never gave up on me. Lucas. Thank you. Guys, we don't have much time. We have to get to Victor's.
I need to tell you something about Vaughn.
You can tell me on the way over.
The way over?
What, you mean you don't want to do this alone?
Isn't that kind of your style? Rush in solo, attack the problem?
Kidding me? I'll never make that mistake again. I need you guys.
Graduation ceremony is about to begin. I'll stall Durst and I will try to figure out something to tell Lucas and Corinne's parents. Good luck. Now go!
Let's go!
Let's finish this.
So somebody gonna tell me what's going on, please?
Did what you asked. You got the Qigong ball.
Then your long-awaited reunion with your mother is nearly at hand.
How do we find her?
Meet me in Professor Zachary's office at exactly 3:05 this afternoon. The precise timing of our actions is crucial to our success, Vaughn.
Until then, the ball stays with me.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Cutting it a little close, aren't we?
Nice to see you again too, Victor.
Miss Trent, I assume.
Yeah, the real me.
Sarah's pendant. Where did you get that?
An alternate timeline. I think Sarah left it for me to find.
Hello, Josie. Welcome back. Your return was foreseen, as were Avenir's attempts to manipulate this timeline. If his plan to deceive Vaughn has succeeded, Vaughn will deliver the ball to him in Professor Zachary's office as the graduation ceremony commences. It is very important that you not interfere with this event. With Vaughn's assistance, Avenir will then use the palladium subflooring he installed in the science office to open a portal.
See, I knew the floor was there for a reason.
Once Vaughn places the Qigong ball into it and the portal is opened, it will take a moment for it to become stable. This is the only time in which Avenir will be vulnerable. If you act too soon, he will simply try to execute his plan again in a different timeline. If you act too late, he will assume the ultimate power he has long pursued, and nothing will ever stop him.
Right then. No pressure.
Josie, only you have the ability to prevent what's about to happen. If we are to prevail, you must face Avenir alone. Victor, at exactly 3:05, activate our device. You won't have the Chi ball to fully power it, but the gravitational effect will destabilize Avenir's portal enough to tip the balance in our favor. And finally, place this device outside before the timer reaches 0 and it will return to me. It will enable me to be available when I am needed. My thoughts are with you.
We're under 10 minutes.
You guys better get this thing out of here. What about you? You heard what she said. I have to face him and I have to do it alone.
What happened to us sticking together no matter what?
Listen to her.
But we should be there.
You will be.
You do your part, we'll do ours.
All right, let's do it.
This must be hard for you.
It's been quite a ride.
Ride's almost over.
And all our fate's in your capable hands. Well.
Where's Corinne Baxter? I can't start the graduation ceremony without the valedictorian present.
Well, I'm sure she's running around somewhere.
Lucas, Randall, Corinne Baxter. And is that Marshall Wheeler?
Yes. Graduation day, trying to squeeze in one last experiment. Love of science.
I really don't want to know what's going on here, do I?
No. No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Vaughn, for 5 minutes.
Early? Not who you were expecting, huh?
Does this mean you've reconsidered my offer to join me at my side?
Actually, I'm still trying to get past the Josie, I'm your father part.
The Qigong ball contains a power that is beyond your wildest imagining, Josie. Only you, Vaughn, have the power to unlock its true energies. I still hope it will be you.
Me and Vaughn. Why?
Surely you know of the DNA marker that both you and Vaughn share. Your genetic makeup is not of this world.
Vaughn's mother, Sarah. She's from the future.
Yes. So am I, your father.
Did Mom know?
Deceiving your mother was a necessary evil. It is the one action I regret most. Josie, I did love her. And try as I might to convince her to sabotage Victor and Sarah's efforts, she could never quite bring herself to do it. In the end, she wasn't essential to my master plan. However, either you or Vaughn is.
What if I said I'd join you?
Do you mean that?
I'm sorry it happened like this, but I'm glad I found you. I always wondered who you were, and I know we don't know anything about each other, but I'd like to.
And so would I. More than anything.
Then you'll put a stop to all this. Put your plans aside and let Victor win.
No! Oh, don't you see, Josie? I have played out every scenario relentlessly, eternally, and finally I'm on the brink of the result I've been striving for.
This has to stop! I've seen what happens if Victor loses.
Well, if you think it was pretty bleak when Victor lost, can you imagine the suffering of my enemies when I win? You're either with me or against me, Josie. Decide now.
Different timeline. Same answer. Never.
Josie.
Open spaces, no trees, away from buildings.
5 seconds. Take cover!
Vaughn, it's time.
Sorry, Josie. I have to do this.
I won't stop you.
with you.
Just close your eyes. Concentrate on the ball. Your DNA-enhanced genetic structure will do the rest. With that in the center, our work is complete.
Activation sequence commence. Secondary ignition initiated.
Mom, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand. This might be the only chance I ever have to find my mother again, and no one's gonna stand in the way of that.
He doesn't care about your mom. All he cares about is power. Your dad had the ball for a reason. Avenir is the enemy we've been fighting. Vaughn, I'm your friend. You need to trust me before it's too...
Too late. It can't be. No. No!
Vaughn, are you okay?
I just missed one chance I might ever have to find my mother again. You tell me, Josie.
Don't be so sure.
Mom!
Hello, Vaughn.
We better get out of here.
If preparatory school is supposed to help prepare for life's challenges, I think it's safe to say that after our years here at Black Hole Hive, which we all like to call it,
Sit down.
we graduates are now prepared for anything. That includes mutant bee invasions, attacks by super intelligent robots, and my personal favorite, flesh-eating plant monsters.
I am never gonna live that one down.
But what we will remember the most about our time here at Blake Halsey are the friends that were always there for us and never gave up on each other. We learned that friends who stick together, trust, and support one another can do anything they try. We can accomplish more together than we can accomplish by ourselves. Maybe we can even change the world. And so, for this class and all that came before us, we bid farewell to Blake Halsey. And even when your bricks come crumbling away, your memory will live in the hearts of everyone fortunate enough to have spent time in your hallowed halls. We'll never forget you. So long, Blake Halsey. Goodbye, Black Hole.
Well, I know I'm going to be spending this summer looking for a new job. What about you guys?
Backpacking through Europe. I've wanted to do it my entire life.
That sounds like a great trip. Maybe I'll tag along.
That would be amazing.
I'm just gonna spend some time with my mom and dad. Got years of catching up to do.
I think I'm just gonna chill here. I mean, at least until they tear the place down. I'm gonna see if I can find the other Josie and bring her back.
What are you doing, Josie?
My mom and me have a lot to talk about. I want to know more about my dad and how all this happened. I may never be able to understand him, but I'd like to try. I'm also guessing that summer school is in my future, because unlike you guys, I didn't finish school. It's too bad it won't be a Blake Halsey.
Hey, not so fast. My parents were talking about finding a new location and then opening up a new school.
Really? So there might really be a new Black Hole High?
Awesome.
Maybe I'll see some of you guys there.
So, see you, Vaughn.
Take care, Josie.
So, you going home? Wherever home is?
It's not possible.
You're stuck here? I feel terrible.
Don't. Josie, you did it. You saved us all. I couldn't be happier or prouder. The fate that I was dealt as a result is a small price to pay.
What? Is there anything I can do for you?
There is one thing. Could you give me a lift to the bus station?
Sure. So, there's a rumor going around that they might be opening a new Blake Halsey High.
Really? I bet they'll need a janitor.
Josie?
Mom.
Cops.
You're telling me my mom told me to lie to you.
For some reason, you think you feel you have it worse than Josie.
Okay, let her rip. Okay, let her rip. Okay, let her rip.
Time for more football practice?
Back off, sucker.
We can, with this.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.